Hello and welcome to a special live edition of Alien Investigations. I'm your host Steven, and I've got Dave Meyer back with me again.
Hey.
Good to have you with me again, Dave. It's been a bit of a spell. You've been on the road for a little while.
Yeah, vacations. Go figure. Somebody goes on vacation. How dare they?
I know, right? Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
So, Dave and I are going to be, once again, squaring off in a game of X-Files Collectible card game. Woot woot!
Yep.
Wouldn't want to be spending my Friday any other way, right, Dave?
No kidding.
And we are going to be using sealed starter decks and booster packs for the third time. This will be the third sealed deck game we've done on the channel, and the first two have been a lot of fun, very successful. They get more view counts than most of my other episodes, which isn't saying much, but still, just take my word for it, people.
Hey, actually, 10 did get some. I saw a lot of people watching 10. I don't know.
Oh, why. I forgot to mention. I meant to tell you that. In one day, that thing's only been up for a day and a half. It's already got 70 views. That is that's like double what episode 9 has, which has been up for about 3 weeks. Oh. And then the previous episode, which has been up for even longer than that. So
I have
this episode's good. I don't know. Maybe it was my little slogan about reminiscing Gen Con 97, but whatever it was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or maybe it's because I got the host of Anonymous Tabletop Podcast with me here, Dave Meyer.
Yeah, that's what it was. It was all that.
I mean, I had to really spend a lot of money to get you on here. I shouldn't mention that. I mean,
I'm not cheap.
Contractual
I'm not cheap.
agreements.
You should have seen the rider. All the green M&Ms, you had to take them all out. If you did not, I'm not a happy guy.
That's a Rain King reference, isn't it?
It is.
Yes, well done on that, because this is X-Files we're playing here, so any X-Files references should be worth bonus points. Dave, why don't you go ahead and plug your podcast? Since I mentioned you're a host of a podcast, why don't you talk about it?
Like I've told you before that it's the Anonymous Tabletop Podcast. It's just a bunch of friends that get around a table once a month and discuss pop culture, games, movies, TV, anything that's out there, just random stuff. We usually drink a lot of beer, make a lot of fun of each other. And like I was telling Steven, I said it was more of it's more like tequila. It's one of those things where it's like it's an acquired taste, but those who like tequila really like tequila. So it may not be for everybody, but if you want to try it once, maybe you'll get sick sometime. Maybe you won't, and maybe you'll love it. So
one of the recent games you guys played was Herd Mentality.
Herd Mentality, yeah.
Hadn't heard of it before, but now I really want to play it.
Yes, but we do have to warn you. It is a not safe for work podcast. We do not pull punches. And
headphones.
Yes, headphones.
Headphones strongly recommended if you are in.
Yes. Don't judge any of us by one episode. I'm going to tell you that now.
Listen to a couple of them. So, Dave and I are going to be playing a game of X-Files Collectible card game using sealed starter decks and booster packs. We got one starter deck each for us, both of which are from the Truth Is Out There edition, the second edition, the collated edition, the one that works. So
yes.
We actually have at least somewhat of an idea of what we're going to expect with these sealed decks, and that comes courtesy of the number that's located on the back of the box. Mine of which is number 6. And Dave, what's yours? Number 1?
Number 1. Oh, yeah, mine does not have autofocus on this one.
So we know from the fact that Dave has 1 on the back of his starter deck that he is going to have a team of agents that is going to include Agent Fox Mulder. And I will be playing with a team that includes Agent Dana Scully because I have number 6, which is great. We're going to get a game with both Mulder and Scully in it, which I think that's one of the better.
That's only fair.
Yeah, I think those make for more interesting games when you got the two leads, going toe-to-toe in the game. So, yeah, this should prove really interesting. We're going to open these up live so you guys get a chance to see what cards are going to be in our deck. We have the Truth Is Out There starter deck. I have 2 booster packs from the Premier Edition because, unfortunately, Truth Is Out There boosters are really hard to find these days. Although Dave did not have any trouble at all. As you can see, he's got about 5 there in front of him.
Yeah, it's when I bought the deck. When I bought the deck itself, one came with 2, one came with 3, and it was just like it just happened. It was the package deal that I found on I think it was eBay or something. But I have 5, and so I don't know which one you want me to. I gave you the option. I took this one.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this deck my wife picked for me. She said that this one seems lucky. I don't know what it is about it. The other ones are all Truth is Out There.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
we'll go with the 2 at the opposite ends.
That one
and that one.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys will go away for a later day. Perhaps I will open you up some other time. So we'll see how those things. So
perhaps
I have these
for a
2.
future sealed game. So without further ado, Dave, why don't you go ahead and start cracking open that starter deck?
Sure. I will fire open the
see what you got.
See what we got here.
So for the few of you that are following the channel religiously, you'll recall that in the first sealed deck game, I had found a ultra rare in one of my 2 boosters, which was the Spirit of the Amaru from the Truth is Out There edition. The second game, I don't believe either David Peace or I picked up an ultra rare in that. So maybe we'll see whether we'll see an ultra rare tonight. We'll find out soon enough.
These are just the random extra cards. Do we want to go for the agents first, or are they hiding in here somewhere?
Oh yeah, just as they come up. But yeah,
Okay.
if you just want to like slap them down on the mat
sure.
as you're,
we
so we can see
first
what you
of
got.
all, we have Brother Martin is attracted to you. We've got ourselves a NASA mission control site. We've got Road Trip, which lets me drive around the country doing some stuff. Oh, a combat card. Now,
which one?
Semi-jacketed hollow points.
That's not bad. Adds to long range.
I've got Folkestone, North Carolina. I've got Smokescreen, an event card. Well, of course, why is it so? That
one came up in my first game, my first sealed deck game.
I've got some dodge. I can dodge a little bit. Why is that? That is a little blurry, isn't it?
That's not too bad.
Okay, good.
I can tell what they are.
Good. I've got a high-powered flashlight. I got a pheromone-induced psychosis. And I've got a take cover. That was for the cards that were not shrink-wrapped. Let's see.
For those of you not aware, there's a section of the 60 cards in each starter that are they're banded together,
Yes,
and then there's a small amount for random cards. Whereas the majority of the starters, it's a collated amount. It's the same set of cards you get with each of the numbered boxes. Yeah, the Brother Martin was an interesting pull from that. It's not an ultra rare.
I actually do like that card. We've got some X-Files, of course,
yes.
which of course are just kind of useless at this point because we're going to just pick from our random pile of X-Files that we already have.
That is correct, and thanks for reminding me. So yes, while we are playing with sealed cards, the one card that is going to be pre-selected is the X-File card. I've pre-selected mine. It's right there. It's just from my master set. Whereas whatever X-Files we draw from these boxes, we'll just set aside. And I'm really hoping that these booster packs don't just contain a whole bunch of X-File cards.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I've been burned by those in the past.
No kidding. Yeah, I still don't know.
We all have.
I still don't know how that first game went the way it did. So
me neither. Guillaume's like, I don't know either, shaking his head bitterly.
Yeah, well, we also have another site. It looks like Broad Street, Philadelphia, coastal Northwest Oregon, of course. Arlington,
so far,
Virginia.
You're getting an interesting mod. You got a criminal investigation. You got an occult investigation one right there. You've got an alien investigation one. So it's a pretty diverse amount of sciences, it looks like, right?
Lake Okoboji.
Oh, it's Lake Okoboji. I thought it was
we have Newark, New Jersey. We have
Evidence
Cumberland Prison, which is nice.
Subterfuge.
Because Cumberland Prison's always nice. It's actually one of the rarer cards, I think, isn't it?
Wouldn't want to visit. It might be one of the rarer
because it's always the one I have in a lot of my decks. University of Maryland.
That's in every box.
Aubrey. We got Marion. Holy cow, we got a bunch of sites. We have a ton of sites.
Behavioral.
Franklin, Pennsylvania.
Criminal.
Browning, Montana.
Occult.
We've got Stevenson, Massachusetts.
Behavioral.
Oh, look here. We got some witnesses now. Sheriff Spencer. We've got a U.S. Marshal Tapia.
Which, by the way, I'm hoping to acquire an autographed card of Marshal Tapia in the near future. Oh, actually, Dax and I both went in on that.
We also have a Maggie Holvey. Wiretap. So now we're getting to the equipment that I don't use. The government card. The lie detector. But this one's not bad. We got a little event now. Medical treatment. That's not a bad one to actually have when you could get killed. A government arrests suspects. Bloop. Evidence destroyed.
That's not bad.
Crop circles. Which, clone. I never use clone. But
yeah,
hey, now we're going to use it.
But I was going to say, David Peace and some of my other recurring opponents do love to use that particular card on me. Because they know how heavy I am with the witness resources and
That's
all
true.
that.
That's true.
It's my thing, guys. What can I say?
I've got myself an expert briefing.
All right.
A road hazard. Some core training. Here comes the bluffs. Cigarette butts, everyone's favorite. Paul Mossinger. Car troubles. Hey,
that's a good one.
Detective Thompson.
Gotta have that one in there. But hopefully, if I have a bureaucracy team, then that card's going to be useless.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Well, I've got Scully, so I don't think I will. So
I've got Mr. Harry Coakley. I've got Detective Tony Fiore, which I like. I like that card. We've got Slithers in the Night. Now we're starting to get to the adversaries now. Crew Cut Man. Oops. Psychotic Attack. Suppressed Fury. Deadly Blur. Poltergeist Attack, and last but not least, Mr. Billy Miles hiding amongst the agents.
You gotta have that extra witness in there as a buffer. All right,
no kidding.
Not a bad distribution.
And
who are your agents? Who's on your team?
We knew Mr. Fox Mulder was going to show up, and then we also have Agent Tom Colton. We've got ourselves a little Agent Jack Willis. So as long as you don't have Jack Willis getting killed, I should be okay. And last but not least, Mr. Albert Husty.
So not a bad team at all. You have 2 res from Mulder, 2 from Colton, 1 from Willis, and 1 from Hosting. So you got 6 res generating from that team. Not too shabby. And Guillaume just made a comment that if I'm not mistaken, you will have Skinner, so you should be good against Detective Thompson. And I believe he is correct because I think he did have a he had that one event card where you can borrow an agent. The application for FBI resources approved, which requires a bureaucracy for skill check, and he had Skinner on his team to do that. I don't think he actually played the card, though. I think he was tempted to.
Yeah. All right, let's see what we got here in the first pack.
Good team you got there.
First pack. Well, we got Cape Cod. So
sciences.
We've got an electron emission microscope.
Mm-hmm.
We've got
medical.
Suspect description, an event. Dr. Berube. I'm not always a big fan of Dr. Berube, but he'll be okay, I guess. I've got SWAT training, an event.
I think you got every training card accounted for now.
Yeah, yay!
Except for X-Files research, actually.
Well, let's see. I got another one to come. So, hazardous. We have a hazardous sample bluff, a high-resolution camera. We've got a knife. So we can use a knife. We also got to double check to make sure that we don't have more than 2 cards.
Yeah, to my knowledge, I don't think you've pulled duplicates yet, but we'll see.
Other than I got cigarette butts.
So you did get cigarette butts. So far, that's the one duplicate.
I have Colonel Kessel.
Okay, that's a rare. Okay. Not bad.
I've got Senator Richard Matheson. So I got my
very nice witness. Very nice.
Equipment malfunction.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, that's always an interesting event. I've got a site. Let's see. What is this? Urisco Building, Crystal City, Virginia.
Multi-site. Bureaucracy.
I've got Watch Out, a combat card. And last but not least, I have the outskirts of Atlantic City.
Subterfuge. Yep. And something else. Observation, I think.
That's a duel. Subterfuge and observation. You got it. Look at you go, knowing all these things.
All right, so no ultra rare in that.
No, nothing.
Booster, but not a bad set of cards.
I got some. I got X-Files research.
Now you have all the training cards.
I've got Overcoat Man as a bluff. Gerd Thomas as a witness. I've got another Paul Mossinger. I've got Sir Malcolm Marsden as a witness. I get to hide as a combat card. Detective Kelly Ryan as a bluff. Dr. Berube as another bluff.
Two Berubes now.
That's my second one. Then I also have Claude Peterson as another bluff.
Okay.
Excuse me. I've got the Cigarette Smoking Man Strikes as an event.
Ooh.
I've got... Oh, here we go. Another adversary. F. Emasculata Outbreak.
Awesome. You got some of the adversaries that were only part of the Truth Is Out There edition. Brother Martin and that one right there. Not bad.
Myself a laptop computer.
Cool.
I've got myself a trap. I've got myself Detective Sharon Lazard.
Mm-hmm.
And last but not least, I have a decoy.
Well, so the last couple cards are really gearing you towards combat, so maybe it's something you ought to consider.
Well, I have combat, so maybe it'll work.
So I'm going to be opening up my starter deck now, and as 𝐗 pointed out, I will be working with Skinner in addition to Agent Scully.
Hey, if they get... Oh, no, you can't get... you could get a cell phone. You could get a cell phone.
Ooh, that would be nice. Yeah, it would be nice if the cell phone was included in there. So I'll start with the ones that weren't banded. Alien Discretion, one of my favorites. I did get a killer card, but it's not going to be useful against your team because it specifically affects cry check. Blue Berets, Sandman, Run For It, See Off Tilde Scan, Driving, Good People, Good Food, Hit and Run, and Farmington, New Mexico. Okay, and so my agent team will be consisting of Agent Dana Scully,
cool.
Assistant Director Walter Skinner, Agent Janice, and last but not least, Jerry LaManna.
Jerry LaManna.
Yes, and we will be playing with the correct mechanic as with regards to Agent Janice's effects this time. So in order to use Agent Janice's secondary healing effect, I do need to spend his token prior to that in the same round.
Oh, you just got to see if you got a healing card.
Yeah, I was like gonna say now I need some healing cards in there, so we'll see if that comes up. All right, so I got my X-Files. Okay, set those X-Files aside. These sites definitely complement my agent team. Oh, what deck wouldn't be complete without a buyers? Gotta have that buyers.
I don't have a buyers. You're lucky.
You didn't get a buyers? Oh,
No.
That's right. You did not. Holy smokes. Got a medical treatment. That's one healing card in there. It's probably going to be the only healing card that's in there.
Did you have a hack into government files?
Oh, no. That was, backtracking program. Negate a computer card.
Oh, that's right. Hack is not in this set. I don't think.
Yeah, that's Premier only.
Tanaka.
Yep, but your team's not too shabby on the observations.
No,
Willis, Albert, Willis, and Mulder all have observation.
And in a sealed, they're probably not splitting up much. Get the mechanic. I like mechanic.
Yep, and the Living Machine. But then again, you'd have to play a computer card for me to be able to get that card out there.
I don't think I'm going to do that. I
was like, your team's not very strong in computer.
Really.
All right.
If I have a computer card, I guess it's going to get played.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to be opening the first of two Premier boosters because, again, I had a hard time finding any Truth Is Out There boosters leading up to this game. So, you know what? But that's okay because one of these days, it'll be nice if I can pull a Deep Throat or an X. That's true. But unfortunately, this is going to be one of those boosters where I have a whole bunch of X-Files. So, yep, a whole lot of X-Files. So, curse you, Dave Frank, I don't know if it's Dave Frank or someone. Curse whoever put all these X-File cards in there. But anyway, here's the non-X-File cards that were in there. Street Contacts.
That's nice.
Oh, this is a terrible booster. Because I got two of the multiplayer cards, so I can't use those. So I'll take those out. take those out of this. They're
Feel free, put them in there. I don't care.
No, they're garbage. You can't use them because the activator is multiplayer. So I mean, I can't even sell them because they're conspiracy cards. So
crap.
What a waste. Another healing card. That's about the only good thing that came out of that. No Place is Safe and Lula Phillips. So those are 4 decent ones out of that batch. Well, with any luck, the second booster will give me something better to work with here. Fingers crossed. At least prefer to have about 7 decent cards in here, so at least I'm working with a 60 card deck minimum. That looks a third multiplayer card. It's garbage, but man, a whole bunch of training cards. Much like you, I got pretty much every training card accounted for. Yep, 4 training cards in that booster. Combats. Sites, these sites, I could apply the criminal aspect to it. Dr. Diamond, a witness resource. However, behavioral is not a skill I'll be applying to this team because I don't have any behavioral sites, and my team has pretty much no. Scully has 1, and that's it. And the last card I pulled up was Agent Weiss killed by unknown toxin. But unfortunately, because you don't have Agent Weiss in your
thankfully
team, you lucked out on that. So
this is 79 cards. So
you got 79. I don't even think I have. I don't even know if I have 60, 18, 19, 20. So we're working with 90 cards.
Okay.
Total in these packs. So 20 removed means plus the 4 agents means I'm working with, I guess, 66 cards.
There you go.
My math is though. That's not bad as long as it's 60. You know, gotta have that bit of a buffer.
Even if it wasn't, it's not like I'm going to fault you for it. I mean, it's like you got what you got. I mean,
it's not regulation.
I win. You lose by a technicality.
I lose by technicality. He's like, all right, game over, guys. Sorry. All right, so we have David Peace has also joined us this evening.
David.
So good to have you with us, David. I'm sure you're watching us on the big screen, if I'm not mistaken.
I always do that too.
Yeah,
it's always the best way.
Alien Investigations on a Friday night. That's how you should be doing it.
That's my wager.
Oh yeah, you're anteing up. Well, hey, you're not the only one who's got hell money because thanks to Dave Meyer, I too now have a couple bills I can put in the pot here.
There we go.
For this game. Actually, let me clear
so
out some
what
of
I
this
need to
garbage.
do is once again I need to use my little cheaty sheet of things to figure out what your agents can do because I don't have that weird photographic memory you have on cards.
Why don't we just go ahead and decide who's going to go first?
Sure.
So everyone who's seen my channel knows my customary method of determining who goes first. I got my 2 custom tokens here, which I'll put 1 in each hand, and Dave Meyer will select which one.
Your left.
My left. You are going to be starting off as the investigating player.
Alrighty. This is there we go. I'll play with Doggett. How about that? He came in. He's being called in.
You're playing with Doggett?
Nice. Coming in. He's going to come in and help.
Oh, that's the one you got from Kevin Marion, right?
Yeah. That was back.
Hold that up to the screen.
That was way back. Oh God, that's a really bad.
That was a promotional one for a contest.
He made it back. Yeah, I forgot. It was for one of the Gen Cons that I couldn't make it to, or Origins, and this is back in the AOL days. Now, for you young kids out there, AOL used to be the biggest internet search engine browser email thing in history.
The John Doggett promo that's part of the Season 4 expansion will have the exact same skills, the exact same effect. Everything will be the same, except the image will be different. And, of course, the graphics won't be different. It won't have the cool passport. For those of you who may not, I am doing that with Kevin's blessing. I did reach out to him to be I did reach out to him to ask, hey, can I use your Doggett skills and effect for my own promo? Because I mean he came up with some really good, the skills are sound, the effect is perfect. I mean, it's a great effect for John Doggett. So I love it. So I was like, you know what, I could not come up with a better effect.
So yes, and I also just got these, and I'm going to say this is thank you. Oh, one way to see if I can. But there we go. We've got my 3, and strangely enough, the reason I have 3, just as a heads up, is that I was traded my paper shackles by a wonderful other person who I unfortunately I don't know who exactly it was.
His first name was Howard. I don't know his last name.
Howard. Yeah, what Martin?
Howard M.
Howard M. Yes, and he wanted paper shackles, and I was not. There's no real. I mean, hey, if he wants it, I will take the 2 cards for it. He traded me 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and Alien Experimentation for it, and I'm going to basically take Abduction and Alien Experimentation and put them into a shadow box. And so I'm going to display box, and so I'm going to make it look industrial and like alien-y, and I'll let you know when I make it. I'll let you know on that. But 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, guess what? 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬's going in one of my decks. Yes. Don't gasp, Jonathan. Don't gasp. It's okay.
Well, I think we're about ready to get started. Yeah. I think people are just eager for this game to get going. They're like, "Hey guys, you guys planning on playing tonight?" Is what they're saying. Yeah. We're going to play, and we've already decided that Dave Meyer is going to be going first, so we'll go ahead and draw our 7.
I have my 7.
We are a go, people.
Hooray! We're on our way. So, all right, let's get some resources first of all. I need some resources. So we're going to go with the 1, 2, 3. Oh, look at that. I get 4 out of the gate with that. And I will get Mulder's 2 and get 1 more. How about that? Alrighty, feel free to sell some stuff.
Thank you, and I definitely need to because I drew only resource cards. So I'm going to be selling a whole lot of stuff. All right. Selling Wiretap for 2. U.S. Marshal Tapia for 1. Sir Malcolm Marsden for 1. I'll sell one more. The Olympic National Forest for 2, so that is a total of 6. We'll draw 3 cards and add 3 to my conspiracy pool.
Well, let's. I have no healing to do, so I don't. And also, I don't have any. Oh, I actually have nothing to requisition either.
Not that you would anyway.
No, well, I don't know. In this game, I might. It's something you're going to see something a little different this game. I think. I don't know. And we've got ourselves Arlington, Virginia, which is an occult 4, and it gets to ask an occult or an affiliation question. And I'm going to use Mulder's little token to pay for that.
Very good. I'm going to put 1 bluff on that.
Bluff, no. Sure, send them out there. Let's take a look at that bluff and see what's there.
All right, so we'll head into the investigation phase. And you have occult investigation as your prerequisite.
That's correct.
And how much occult do you have on your team? I know Albert has 4, Mulder has 2.
Mulder does have 3. So
3.
He's got 7. Looks like nothing for Colton. And yep, we're looking at evidence, or we're looking at, so 8.
8 total. And the bluff was a true bluff backtracking program. So just thought I might give you pause to head to that site. I don't have any other cards I wish to play, unfortunately. Okay. Didn't draw anything good.
Well, I will ask an affiliation question then.
You may ask an affiliation question.
I am going to ask, is your affiliation evolutionary?
It is not.
It is not. Ho-ho. There we go. Yeah, debriefing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I have 5 cards.
8,
I'll
9.
keep them all.
I'm going to get rid of Road Hazard. And there we go. Equipment malfunction. I'm going to get rid of that.
Sounds good. I'll draw my free card to begin the turn. And so my team will be generating res at this point. Scully has 2. Skinner has 1. However, because he's in the bureau at this point, he will be treated as a res 3.
Yep.
Agent Janice has 1, and Jerry LaManna has 1, for a total of 7. I think what I'll do is I will draw 3 cards and add 4 to my resource pool for a total of 9.
Alrighty. Let's see. I get to sell some stuff now, don't I? Let's sell a witness. Sir Malcolm Marsden for 1. And I'm going to sell a hide for 1 and get myself 2. And that is it. And I'm not going to buy any cards.
Sounds good. I will bring us into the healing phase, for which we will be quickly bypassing that because all of my agents have passed their physicals with flying colors. As we go into requisition phase, I am finding I do not have any equipment cards in my hand, so we'll bypass that as well. And we'll head into deployment. And we'll send the team all out to the field. We'll be sending the team to 2 sites.
All right.
The first one is Ellen's Air Base, Idaho, which is an affiliation and bureaucracy monosite. And the second one is Psychiatric Hospital in Richmond, Virginia, which is a monosite with the keywords computer and method. And I will be paying 4 for the deuce.
Let's throw this bluff on the yeah, that one right there. You got it.
Bureaucracy one?
Yeah. Okay.
And we'll head into investigation phase, in which I will be assigning Scully and Skinner to the Ellen's Air Base. And we'll be sending Agent Janice and Agent Jerry LaManna to the Psychiatric Hospital in Richmond, VA. We'll go ahead and start with that one since that one is bluffless at this time.
Sure.
We have a computer 4 prerequisite, of which Janice has 2 and Jerry LaManna has 3.
Right,
so I got 5 between my 2 agents' skills. Sure. So I'm going to use Jerry LaManna's effect, and that effect is as follows. Once per game, when Agent LaManna is part of a team investigating a site in the investigation phase, of which we are at this point, he may force his opponent to show the cards in his hand. LaManna may then steal any one card. He may use it immediately in the investigation. I must still pay for the card. Whether I use it or not, I will place it in the owner's discard pile at the end of the turn.
Jerry, what the hell are you doing?
Hey, don't get all bent out of shape.
Jerry, that was my profile.
Look, I didn't think you'd mind. Anyway, they were just notes. I filled in the blanks.
Jerry, you went into my office and you stole my work.
Look, you're on this case because I asked you to help me out, and you helped me out. What is the big deal?
Well, I have something. You're not going to be using any of them.
That's too bad, but I still get to see him anyway.
You've got yourself a poltergeist attack,
which is a cult investigation as the activator, so no harm there.
You've got a government arrest suspects event.
Only if I play a witness.
You've got a Colonel Kessel.
Sciences, nothing to worry about there.
And a cigarette smoking man attacks or strikes.
Ooh, that could be a problem. But you have to have. Well, you don't have the conspiracy points to. I
do
don't
both.
think.
No, if I had 9, I would be able to negate the card completely. But I do not have 9, so you're gonna get. And also, I don't want to completely wipe out what my bluff's gonna do. So you can go ahead and go to that site.
All right, good to know. And so something about that bluff means I might have to use Scully's token to see what that is first. So let's go ahead and get the method question out of the way. So the psychiatric hospital investigation between LaManna and Agent Janice has proven successful, and they have been awarded a method question for their hard efforts. David, by any chance, is your X-Files method violence?
Let me see. It is not.
Okay, so it is not violence.
That's
not bad. That takes it down from 41 possibilities to 30. All right, so I'll discard the psychiatric hospital, and let's take a look at potentially Ellen's Air Base here. Scully token. Let's have a look and see what that is.
It is going to be Detective Tony Fury.
Oh, okay. All right. And you had me worried there for a second. Okay, yeah.
He's still dumping 3 cards, right?
Yeah. Still 3 cards, or is it 2?
This is 2. I'm sorry. This is not.
That's
this is not happening.
All right.
Detective, we're under the direct authority of Captain Gershom at the 14th Precinct.
14th Precinct? I never worked under the 1-4. What's all this about?
We believe that the death of Detective Rudy Barbala yesterday can be linked to the death of Officer Morris 9 years ago.
Linked how? And I thought this Barbala flipped his wig and jumped out a window.
Did you know the detective?
By reputation. Look, what's all this got to do with Charlie?
Well, that's what we need your help with.
All right, so I'm going to discard one of Scully's 3 tokens. She has 2 remaining to examine future bluffs.
That's fine.
And so, so we'll head into the case of which the prerequisite is bureaucracy 4, of which we know Skinner provides all the bureaucracy skills needed to make that site. And you do have a bluff, of which is Detective Tony Fury, which will allow you to discard 2 cards from my hand at random. So I will place them face down.
Those are gone. Get rid of those 2. Don't worry about the
just those 2?
Yeah,
okay.
Get rid of those 2.
Medical treatment, which there goes a chance to use Lamana, or
no Janice
medical treatment, which there goes a chance to use Agent Janice's healing effect. The other one was a site card, which is unfortunate because that was actually a good site. The other one in my hand is not going to be useful for an investigation.
That's fair.
So with that, our investigation of Ellen's airbase has proven successful as well, and because of that, my team has been awarded an affiliation question, and I'll be asking Dave, by any chance, is your X-Files affiliation a cult?
It is not.
Darn it. Well, a whole lot has been scratched off, at least.
Well, that's good.
In one round.
So we've got the debriefing now at this point.
We are heading into debriefing now. I'm currently sitting on 5 cards, and so, no discard.
I got 4.
Okay, so we'll pass it back to you. Go ahead and draw that free card this time.
So I'm going to draw my free card. And I'm going to get my 4 for these fools. And so there's 3, there's 4. Mulder's going to get his 2 cards, but I'm going to also buy 2 more. So I got a total of 4 cards that are coming.
I'll be selling 3 cards. Fingernail scrapings for 1, driving for 2, and the Sea Off Tildescan Norway for 2. And of that 5, I think I'll just take 4 cards and add 1 to my conspiracy. Ooh, picked up 1 too many.
Nobody needs, actually, no, they're all in the field still, so I'm not requisitioning anything. And healing, nobody's hurting, so I think we're good with that. I'm going to do it. I'm going to use Agent Willis's to go hunt down myself an affiliation card.
I ain't messing around here! And with you, get out of the board now! Serious dead! Everyone, get over there, get down on the floor, or I'll execute every one of you! Move! Move! With the money in the bag! Now! Now! Move it! Stop!
Drop the gun, FBI! Drop the gun! Now!
So, anyone who doesn't know, Agent Willis gets to hunt down an affiliation card. Pretty straightforward.
Yep. It's a one-time use token.
It is a one-time use token.
Make it a good one. Where are we heading?
We are going to head to coastal Northwest Oregon for Mulder's 2.
All right. 1 bluff.
1 bluff. No. Okay. We'll go. We're
heading in there. So tell us how much alien investigation you have. If I'm not mistaken, it's 6, but prove me wrong.
It is currently, yes, it is 6.
Excellent. Mulder has 4. Hosteen has 2. Definitely enough to make the prerequisite of alien investigation 4. However, you may find you had a bit of a run-in with Paul Mosinger.
What are you doing? Excuse me. There's nothing in there.
I will pay the listed conspiracy cost where X equals the number of conspiracy points paid to gain the desired modifier to 1 of the following skills: alien investigation, observation, or subterfuge. I will pay 5, which takes my conspiracy pool down from 9 to 4, to reduce your team's skill in alien investigation by 3.
It's in my head, so I can't do anything. You stop me.
Awesome. I was afraid you were going to pull Billy Miles and crap. So we head into debriefing. I've got 5 cards. I'm going to hold on to all of them for now.
5, 6, 7. I've got 9, and I'm going to get rid of my government arrest suspects because, it hasn't been working at all.
Yeah,
and,
not much in the way of witnesses.
Poltergeist attacks. I poltergeist attacks right now. It's not exactly
Yeah.
me at the much.
My team isn't big on occult investigation,
No, it's not.
unfortunately.
So it's not helping me as far as a card that I can actually use.
Nope.
There we go. I'm down to 7.
All right, so we'll pass it back to me. I'll draw my free card. And now that Skinner is in the field, my team is only going to be generating 5 res as opposed to the sweet 7 that they had in the previous round. So of that 5, methinks I'm going to draw 3 cards and add 2 to my resource pool.
Alrighty.
Passing it to you.
I will sell some stuff. Core training. You can take a flying leap. I don't want to go in for training. Who needs that? 2. I'm going to get rid of take cover for 2, and I'm going to take care of get rid of an electron emission microscope for 2. So that gives me 6 of these things. Whoops, I'm sorry, 7. I got watch out as well. 9. Let's go 4. I'll get 4 more.
All right. So for healing phase, none of my agents are in need of healing, so we'll skip past that. For requisition, I don't have any equipment, and my team's all out in the field anyway. So we'll head into deployment. We'll keep the team deployed as they are.
Okay.
And we'll head into case assignment. We'll be sending the team to the Excelsius Day Convalescent Home in Worcestershire, Massachusetts, which is a multi-site, Dave, with the keywords motive, method, occult investigation, which is too bad because you just discarded that card, and criminal investigation.
And you paid for that, right?
Now I did.
Just making sure.
Okay.
Let's see what we got here. Yeah, let's do this. I don't have any bluffs for you.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering if you were going, but I have a feeling I know what's coming, though.
Cigarette smoking man strikes for 5 to change it to a keyword science.
Yep.
And
That's
I'm
what's
go
coming.
with Colonel Kissel to get rid of the keyword science.
That takes your conspiracy pool to 0.
He's here. No, sir. If he was, he's vanished without a trace. Nothing vanishes without a trace. Burn it.
I knew that was coming, so I was like, might as well just take the opportunity to burn those cards.
Too many questions.
So we'll head into debriefing. I'm just going to discard the clone, and that will leave me with a total of 7 cards in my hand.
I have 5, so I'm not discarding anything.
All right, and right back to you.
All right. Well, let's get my 4 for these guys. I'm going to get my free card for that one. I am then going to get Mulder's 2. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll put me at 8, and get 1 more. So I'll get 3. You can sell some stuff. If you
Thanks.
want.
I got a bit I need to sell here. Crop circles for 1. Dr. Diamond for 3. X-Files research for 2. In-service training for 2. And another in-service training for 2. That's a total of 10 there. And I think I'll draw 6 cards and put the remaining 4 in my conspiracy pool for a total of 8.
All righty. Let's see. And they're all healed up. We're fine with that. Can't requisition anything because they're out in the field and I don't like equipment. And so they are in the field. They're all going to stay in the field. So let us do this then. we are going to go to Lake Okoboji for 2, and Mulder will use his last of his things here.
That is a motive.
That is an Alien Investigation 4 and a motive site. You are correct.
All right. Thank you. 1 bluff on that.
All righty. 1 bluff indeed. All right, we're gonna now's the time for Hosteen to pop out and say what he wants to do.
All right.
He wants to take a look at something here.
Good time for that. Okay, so we'll start with the RP cards. I have Central Prison, Raleigh, North Carolina. Electron Emission Microscope.
Cool.
You see those?
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, if a little bit. Yeah, there we go. That'll work. So somebody else can see them.
Run for it.
Yeah.
An RP combat card. Successful Diagnosis, the other healing card.
Gotcha.
Those are the RP cards. For the CP cards, I've got 3 adversaries.
Oh.
Psychotic Attack, Method.
Okay.
Operation Falcon Blue Berets, Method. Good People, Good Food, Motive.
But yeah, I'll still say the good people. Oh, actually, you know what? The Operation Falcon guys, I don't like those guys. Those guys they're kind of jerky, especially if you have combat cards in your hands.
Oh yeah.
I think I'll blacklist those guys for now.
Sounds good.
We'll live to fight the good people, good food if we really want to.
Yeah. So yep, there you have it. So send them in.
I'm sending them in. Go.
All of them are in.
Let's see what happens with that bluff.
Yeah, the bluff is a true bluff yet again.
Hey.
Alien Discretion. So I don't have alien. My team doesn't have Alien Investigation. So I was like, I love the card.
Yeah.
I love the card, but it would have worked better in your hand than mine. I'm going to play Good People, Good Food, which is a primordial creature adversary with the activator of Motive Site, of which this is. And I'm going to zero out my conspiracy pool to pay for that adversary.
Magic. Yeah. Got it.
So Good People, Good Foods damage caused by this creature may be split among all opponents, director player's choice. However, they have 0 long range, and their close range is 3. Mm-hmm. So at best, it's not much to split amongst.
But he's still got 10. So yeah,
he's got 10 health. So what's going to happen is in the long range, your team is going to be hitting him for, I believe, a total of 7 long range. Is that correct?
6, 7, 8.
8? Who's good? 2,
Willis is
4,
3.
6. Who has 3?
Willis is 3.
Willis is 3. I thought he had 2. Okay, my bad.
Yep.
Oh yeah, so for 8, which is going to take their health down from 10, so that leaves them with 2 left over as we go into close range combat, for which your team has more than enough close range to finish them, but not before they inflict a total of 3 damage on Albert Hosteen.
Poor Albert.
Sent to the hospital. However, even with Hosteen out of the picture, you still have enough to meet the Alien Investigation 4.
I also have another card to play.
Oh, yeah.
So might as well play medical treatment on him to help him out a little bit here, because he's got his 3 on him.
Play on an agent in the hospital, heal that agent for 1 token. Yep, so he'll get out a round earlier.
Might as well pay that 1. Oh, I think I probably did that, but I forgot. There we go. Okay, we're going to talk about motive. And let's see what the motive is.
Let's talk motive.
Well, let's go for... Let's do... Oh, good. That's a nice one. Survival.
Is my X-Files motive survival?
Yep.
Nay.
All right. Let's see. Give me a second.
Guillaume says, first time I've seen that card being played, if I remember correctly, he's referring to Good People, Good Food.
Oh,
yeah, we have not played it in any of our games. It's just one of those where, unless you have a good combat card to get them through the long-range round, it's not worth paying that much to play because they're only going to probably deal 3 damage. As we head into debriefing, I've got 6 cards in my hand. I'm inclined to keep them all.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a 7.
All right. And with that, we'll pass it back to me. I'm going to draw my free card. Oh, where was that earlier? Okay. So, once again, because Skinner's out in the field, he's only going to be generating 1 res. And so with my team's 5 res, I think what I'm going to do is I'll draw 3 cards and add 2 to the resource pool.
All right, I'm going to sell a Detective Sharon Lazard for 2. I'm going to sell my Cape Cod, Massachusetts, which is a Science 4 skill check for 2, which I don't have Science for. I have also another one for 1, which is the Urisco Building, Crystal City, Virginia, Computer and Bureaucracy, which I don't have those either.
But I do.
Yeah, but if I could send you the card, I would. But I'm going to get 5. I'm going to buy 1 card.
So for healing phase, no healing will be performed this round. My team is all in top-notch health. For requisition, we're still out in the field, so skip that. For deployment, we'll keep them all deployed out in the field. For a case assignment, we're going to be sending them to Central Prison in Raleigh, North Carolina, which will reduce my conspiracy pool by 1 to pay for that.
Just waiting here.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere wait for me. Did you get my message, Starbuck?
It is another multi-site Dave. Keywords: motive and method, occult and criminal. No bluffs?
Nah, it would work, but it doesn't give me enough. So
okay, so we'll send all of the agents to this site, and we'll be applying our criminal investigation skills, for which Skinner has 3, Scully has 2, LaManna has 1, Janice has 0. So we have a total of 6 criminal investigation amongst my team, enough to make the criminal investigation prerequisite. And again, it's motive or method. Just for the fun of it, I'm gonna go with the condition that if I ask if the method is possession, the skill check prerequisite is 4+.
Okay.
So we will be asking if it's possession, if it's successful.
It is going to be successful. So we'll see how that goes.
All right, cool. Yes, Dave, your X-Files method possession.
Let's see. It actually is.
Holy smokes, that was a worthwhile stipulation. Because there aren't too many possession.
Nope, not enough of them.
A lot of scratching out to do.
There you go. This episode brought to you by Hazy Bear Hug. Made by the wonderful...
It's also usually brought to us by Gold Pretzels. However, you didn't bring any tonight.
No pretzels today. No.
I'm just debating with I mean, I've got you down to 5 at this point, so I just wondering if it's worth. You have me down to how many?
I don't know. A bunch.
A bunch.
I'm not breaking it down by numbers. What do you think I am?
Yeah.
Some mathematician?
You know, for fun, I think I'm going to go ahead and take a shot at your X-Files identity. Dave, is your X-File Arthur Grable?
He is not.
He is not. But at least I have ruled out Arthur Grable as that possibility, as well as evolutionary as your affiliation. And for that, I have narrowed you down to 4 possibilities, and you have been awarded a penalty question. You may ask either a method question, or you may take a crack at my X-Files identity.
I'm not going to take a crack at the X-File yet. I only got rid of 15. So
yeah.
Okay, let's see. What am I looking at method here?
Method.
Yep. Oh, yeah, there's a... Let's see.
Hopefully that doesn't prove to be my undoing, but, you know, whatever.
Is your method subterfuge?
It's not. Let me double check to make sure I'm not lying on that. My method is not subterfuge.
Okay, cool. But I'd still knocked out a bunch.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Yeah.
There was my little... knocks out 10 of them. I mean, granted, I didn't...
Yeah, that might have been...
I didn't have all 10 of them. I had some of them were...
Anyway, let's head into debriefing. I'm going to get rid of the Operation Falcon Blue Berets as per Hostein's effect. So that is out of the picture. What about you?
So I'm good.
All right. And so we'll pass it back to you.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'm going to get my resource. Sadly, poor little Mr. Hosting he's in the infirmary, so he can't do anything. So I'm going to get 2, and I'm going to get 3 for Colton and Willis. So there's 3 for those guys. I am going to draw my 1 free card. Won't forget that again.
Yep. And 2 for Mulder.
All right. Let's see. I'm going to get his 2, and I'll get 3 more. And if I have to dump them, I have to dump them. So 5 total. Oh my God, what is this?
Yeah, I'm kind of wondering. I'm questioning
more sites that are garbage.
Yeah.
How is this happening?
I'm questioning my choices too. So I'll be selling 4 cards, successful diagnosis for 2, run for it for 2, hit and run for 3, and electron emission microscope for 2. That is a total of 9. So I'm going to add 7 to my conspiracy pool, which I already did, and I'm going to draw 2 cards.
All right. Well, at this point in time, we do get to heal somebody. So I'm going to heal Hosting for 1. Yay!
Yay!
Little Albert Hosting.
One more to go, Albert.
Turn.
One more. Requisition. I assume you're not applying any
they're out
equipment activator.
Yep.
So deployment, I assume all 3 of them are staying in the field,
Yeah,
right?
they'll stay out in the field. They like
all
the
right.
field.
Case assignment. Where are you sending them?
I'm going to send them to Folkestone, North Carolina for 1.
Bureaucracy and behavioral, right?
Yep. Both of them 5s. And it is an affiliation or motive question.
So I will be assigning no bluffs.
No bluffs.
Let's head into investigation. Pick your skill, assign your agents.
All right. They're all going to go out there for behavioral. I'm not
going
to pull back obvious. Just because I know somebody's there. So
Mulder has 3, Colton has 1, Willis has 2?
2, yep.
Okay. I will be playing an adversary, the mechanic for 7, and that's going to bottom out my conspiracy pool. The mechanic has an activator of affiliation site. It also has the keywords government, pawn, and creature. And the mechanic's ability is that they may use martial arts and subterfuge combat cards. The mechanic has a long-range combat of 4, and your team's long-range sans hosting is 6 or 7?
Yeah, it was 8. It was 8, so it's 7.
7, which is enough to defeat the mechanic, but not before he deals out 4 damage, of which he's going to be inflicting upon Agent Willis.
For Agent
yeah,
Willis
so that's going to send him to the hospital.
He'll hang out in the hospital too.
And the mechanic will be heading to the discard pile because he was bested in long range by your trio of agents. And so that leaves you with Mulder and Colton, who, if I'm not mistaken, between them, they only have behavioral 4 left. And so insufficient behavioral.
Yeah,
so anyway,
we're debriefing, right?
We are debriefing, and I have 5 cards in my hand, so I will keep them all for now.
4, 6, 8, 10. So I need to get rid of some.
Into the garbage for 3 of them.
I'm going to get rid of Detective Thompson because he's already...
Gonna be hard pressed to get that past me.
I will go. Well, it's you haven't been really running into that, but Dr. Berube is going to go away. And goodbye, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬. So there we go. That's I'm down to 7.
So we'll pass it back to me, and I will draw my free card.
All right.
Once again, my team will be generating 5 res because Skinner is out in the field, and methinks I will buy 3 cards and add 2 to my resource pool.
So I am going to sell my suspect description for 2, my outskirts of Atlantic City, New Jersey for 1, and my Billy Miles for 1. So that gives me 4. All right, we're gonna buy 1 card. So let's see. Yeah, there we go.
We'll be skipping past the healing phase because no one is in need of healing. And for requisition, I've got no equipment to requisition. For deployment, we'll keep them all out in the field. And for case assignment, we'll be sending them to Farmington, New Mexico, Albert Hosting's backyard.
Okay.
And we'll be subtracting 1 from the resource pool to pay for that.
Screw those rocks.
What do you got, Dave? This is a motive method, alien investigation, or computer site.
Number 1, we're going to do that.
1 bluff.
Let's
bluff. Use Scully's. I'm going to use one of Scully's token and take a look at that.
That is actually cigarette butts, and I'm not sure if it actually works, but we'll see. I didn't know it's cigarette butts. I don't know. You're not going there yet, but
yeah. Which is the 3 that it takes away from?
Behavioral bureaucracy, which I don't think it's.
Say it again. Occult behavioral bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Nope.
Then I will not use it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. I was just getting it out of my hand. No, it's dumb.
Yeah, it's garbage. Okay, so we'll head into the investigation, and we'll be applying our computer skills to the site, for which Jerry LaManna has 3, Agent Janice has 2, so that's just enough to make the computer 5 prerequisite needed to investigate this site.
That's cool. And you said that was a motive site, correct?
Motive and method.
I think I might have to return a favor.
Oh, you got an adversary for me. All right, what do you got?
Deadly Blur.
Oh. So for 7, you are attacking me with the Deadly Blur.
I am for 7. I got to do it.
Yeah, you got to.
Okay. And Deadly Blur, and just to see what happens here, it attacks the motive. It has an agent damaged by Deadly Blur is placed in the hospital for the next 2 turns, regardless of how much health they have. Each opponent's long-range combat and close-range combat is reduced by 1 point. The Deadly Blur may use subterfuge combat cards, but I don't have any money for those if I had them.
Yep. So, I believe you will be very much returning the favor on this one. But nevertheless, let's head into combat, for which all of my agents will be applying -1 to their combat skills because of the Deadly Blur's invisibility. So that's going to take Scully down from 3 long range to 2. Skinner's going to go down from 2 to 1. LaManna and Janice won't be able to help out with that because they only have 1. So we'll be hitting the Deadly Blur with 3 in long range.
3 in long range.
Which takes its health down from what, 7 to 4?
6 to 3.
6 to 3.
He's only 6, really. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we'll head into close range. For once again, Lamanna and Janice will not be able to help out with this because they do not have more than 1 close range. Scully will be applying 1. Skinner will be applying 2. And that will be enough to defeat him. However, not before he unleashes
takes
the
out Lamanna,
radiation blast at who? Lamanna?
Must have been an animal.
Unfortunately, I do not have a healing card to help me out with that.
Yeah, I think the 1 healing card you had went in the garbage. But
both of them did, actually. Okay, so we'll discard Farmington, New Mexico, and as we head into debriefing, I have 8 cards. I'm going to discard Henry Trondheim. Let's pass it over to you.
Okay, I will draw my first magic card, and then I will my resource stuff. Let's get 2 from Colton, and I will get I get Mulder's 2, but let's get 3 more. So go for a total of 5.
Nothing to sell, so we'll head into healing phase, for which Hosteen will be coming out of the hospital. Welcome back, Hosteen.
And Willis gets 2 of them removed because he's a 4-man, right?
That's right.
Yep. So come on back out to the field, buddy. We're gonna hang out with the rest.
Welcome back.
There we go. We got him out there. All right. Let's see what I can do with this.
No requisition, I assume.
No requisition. I don't think I even had. I don't even know what I picked up. I did not pick up any equipment cards. Oh.
No deployment either.
No they're just.
So they're keeping them all out in the field as they are.
They're being in the field. Yeah, they're useless at home. In the bureau, they hate the bureau. They don't want to go back to work. They want to stick out in the field, eat pizza, drink beer all day. They don't want to go back.
Damn straight.
But let's see.
Where are you sending them?
We are going to go to Franklin, Pennsylvania, which is a criminal investigation 4+.
I am relieved the Bureau answered our request and sent you. Because in all honesty, Agent Mulder, whatever's going on here is way over our heads.
It's not exactly the greatest thing in the world, but yeah, I can go there. I'm going to go there, and it is a method site.
2 bluffs.
2 bluffs. Those 2 bluffs are going to sit around till next turn because I'm not going there.
Okay, sounds good. So we'll put these bluffs over to the side there.
Where's my fake bluffs? They're my fake bluffs, so I remember.
Good deal. All right, so we'll head into debriefing. Yep. What are you discarding?
I do have 8, so let's get rid of Clone, because Clone is doing me absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I pitched that one a while back, too.
I just picked it up last turn.
Okay, so we'll pass it back to me. I'll draw my free card to start a new turn. And so without Lamanna, my team will only be generating 4 res amongst them. And I will use all of that to buy cards.
We're going to sell Dodge, which we didn't care about, but that was for 3. Yep. And we're going to sell Broad Street, Pennsylvania. Broad Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for 2, so that gives me 5.
Okie doke.
I do not want to buy anything.
Okay, so for healing, I will be removing 1 token from Jerry Lamanna, but he still has 2 more to go. For requisition, no equipment in my hands. And we'll move on to deployment. We'll keep the 3 agents deployed in the field. For case assignment, we'll be sending them to Gibsonton, Florida, which is a medical site, and I will use Janice's token to pay for 1 of that, and then...
Not having known the deceased personally, I'm in no position to perform a proper eulogy. I'm sure he was a nice guy, etc., etc. But as an admirer of the man's work, I am in a position to perform an impromptu tribute in his honor, namely ramming this spike into my chest!
Crazy, don't you have any respect at all?
I think I hit my left ventricle! Get back, fascist!
I can't wait for the wake.
Gotcha.
That is a monocyte with the keywords method and medical.
Got one for you.
One bluff. Okay, I'll use Scully's last token to take a look at that.
It is actually Dr. Berube.
And he reduces medical?
Medical, alien, and sciences.
Ooh, crud. Okay.
And that's a medical 4, right?
Yeah, and Scully has 4 and Janice has 3 for a total of 7. So
Well,
you would have to pay, I think you'd have to pay 9.
Yeah, it's not going to be worth it.
Yeah,
when I looked at it, I thought he had one less. So, but yeah, that's not going to happen.
Yeah,
you look, that bluff is gone.
Yeah, just so you know, I already know your X-Files method, so this is just going to be an identity question if I get through it.
Oh,
so
yeah, then might as well knock yourself out.
And it's a 25% chance at that. So, so we'll say Gibsonton, Florida was a successful one, and my team has been awarded a method question for which I already know. It is possession. So 25% chance here. Oh, be quiet. Dave, by any chance, is your X-File Ed Funch?
It is not Ed Funch.
It is not Ed Funch.
Method question now.
You can ask a method question.
Method questions. Everyone loves the method questions. Yeah, I'm going to have to ask, is it violence?
It is violence.
It is violence. Holy cow. After all this time.
Indeed, right?
I never picked violence. Oh, no, see, look at going against the grain. Alrighty then. Okay. Well, there we go. That's what we got. Okay.
All right. Debriefing time.
Debriefing time. I still have 4 cards.
I'm going to pitch the Aura of Invulnerability.
Aw.
Another combat card. Bites the dust.
Yeah.
Back to you.
All right. It's my turn to draw a card.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to draw the first card there for free. I am then going to get 3 RP for my guys here because now hosting's back in the field. I'm going to buy 1 more, so I'm going to get 3 more. Mulder's 2 and 1 extra one. You can go ahead and sell.
All right, I'm going to sell 2 cards. Evidence overlooked for 1 and buyers for 1. And of that 2, I'll buy 2 cards. Over to you.
Okay, I'm just looking.
It's like Willis is coming back.
Yeah, Willis is coming back. Hi, Mr. Willis. Our healing phase. He gets to come back into the hang out with the field now. He's going to hang out with the guys in the field. Bureau, like I said, nobody wants to go there.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, now where are you taking them?
I am going to go to Cumberland Prison in Virginia. It is a subterfuge 4. It is an affiliation site.
I thought this was about escaped prisoners.
It is.
And who are the men in the funny suits?
I don't know. It looks like some kind of decon situation.
All right. 2 bluffs on that one.
All right. 2 bluffs on it. 2 more bluffs, huh?
Oh, yeah. It was like they weren't coming up in the beginning, but now I was getting all adversaries in the beginning, but now the bluffs are starting to show.
Huh. I have a weird question.
Yeah?
Why do you have absolutely no conspiracy points?
Because I was bluffing in another respect. I have been drawing nothing but CP cards, and so I haven't had anything to sell other than the 2 that I just pitched, and so, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's going to be very difficult for you to do pretty much anything at that point.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, you play with a deck of guys you have 0 idea they have. Colton has no subterfuge.
Willis doesn't have any.
Oh, yeah, 4.
Oh, Willis has one?
Yeah, Willis
okay.
has 4.
I forgot about
Yeah, so might as well. Send him the affiliation because that's what I need to do.
Send him
They're
to
gonna
come
go, and I'm looking at the nothing in the CP land.
Yep.
And we're going to ask, is your affiliation primordial?
It is not.
It is not. But that's the thing it's not. It wiped out a bunch. It wiped out Jersey Devil, the Swarm, and Lucas Henry. But that leaves me the Manitou, John Barnett, and Brother Martin. I'm going to ask, is your X-File the Manitou?
And with that, Dave Meyer is the winner of this 3rd sealed deck. And the confetti is pouring down upon him. Breathe it in, basking in it.
That was a tough one.
That was very tough. We didn't have a lot of our usual go-to cards, and I was really having trouble getting resources. We don't have anything like hard evidence or nasty surprises or anything to help out, and I was just drawing a bunch of conspiracy cards at the end, so it made for very little to sell. But there it is, the Manitou. So you were BJ Morrow.
To be honest, I didn't think I went against the grain because I know that the Manitou is just everybody loves the Manitou, and the Manitou is, but it's not the greatest card to pick. So I am down to this was the pile I was down to. Yeah, I had I would have been.
I was mistaken. I did have some sites, but yeah.
Oh, evidence collection and method, which I once again already had method. There's an affiliation. Affiliation would have helped. Yeah. So I still had a few. But yeah, it was. There was a bunch of stuff I just burnt. I was just burning for burning's sake. But yeah, it was tough early. Early, it was tough. That was
yeah. I got off to a good start with the 2 sites.
You got me like I was like, oh great, this could be another short game. But you were CB starved so much of that game.
I had 2 rounds where I had 0
in
my CP pool. You didn't notice it the first time.
No.
But you did the second time.
I was like, wait a second. You have nothing to spend. What are you going to do?
𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 says, congratulations.
Well, thank you.
And he also says, this was a fun game to watch. Definitely worth getting up for. I really, can't thank you enough, 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬, for waking up bright and early. Eat while you're on vacation, nonetheless.
But you do a great job with the video stuff, man. That was
thank you.
The cards falling last time.
Yeah.
Throwing the no one.
I love that. Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments. I was like, I got them to fall in a nice way that really demonstrated like Dave May, like zing.
Yeah, just throwing cards around.
Yeah, that the thing that takes a long time with that, and I wish they would update the app a little bit more, is that I can only overlay so many things on top of the main video.
Oh, really?
5 is so I can which the times I don't like is what I love Hosting's effect. But I hate editing Hosting's effect because then I have to have all those cards when you're showing all the cards,
especially if you're a handful more than 5.
Exactly. So it's I don't like editing when Hosting's effect comes up. But
I showed you earlier before this thing, but I didn't show anyone else.
I was going to ask if you have more show and tell. Yes. Guys, for those of you still tuning in, take a look at this.
Well, I'm trying to get a little bit of the blur out of it, but it was something I found on Facebook Marketplace while looking for cards, and some woman who was she just inherited a bunch of stuff from her family, and she goes, "Yeah, I'll sell it to you," and I'm like, "Okay, how much?" She goes, like $50. $50. And it's got a certificate, so it's authentic. It's not some secondhand thing. So I've never actually got a chance to physically get a signature from either one of them. I've met 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 once, but it was very brief. It was at Gen Con, not at the 97 Gen Con, but it was a different Gen Con. But was it I don't know what it was. One of the conventions. I was
about to ask. I'm curious. What year did 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 actually decide to be like, you know what? I'll go to a convention. Early on, he just wasn't really into that.
He never went to the X-File. I don't think he ever went to the Expo. At least the one I went. This one, and it says 98. It was done in 98.
98?
Yeah.
Holy cow!
Certificate of authenticity from 8x10.
Movie.
Photo signed by David 𝐗-𝐅i𝐥e𝐬 and Gillian Anderson. At a member of the UACC, so apparently they're the authorities on certification, I guess.
I guess so.
This next deck, like I said, the first deck that I played was the one that that's my pride and joy that I'm not so pride and joyful about. But the second two were just like playing around with because I wanted extra agents in the field because I was getting tired of playing the same agents every time I played Mike.
Yeah.
So the next one is like it's more of a it's a different kind of deck, but it's nothing crazy. It's not like nobody's done it before.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and then you get to play the weenie deck, and then you would probably get to play the Dead Man's Party. And then if you really, really, really wanted to try it, I haven't done anything with it yet, but officially I've created something called the starter deck. And whoops, I'm not putting it the wrong stuff. So that's the starter deck.
Okay.
And
what's that?
It's basically a deck of it's almost, strangely enough, it's almost your agent base other than Scully.
Okay.
For your main deck. You got Burke, you got Scully, you got Hosteen, you got Kosif, and you got Manners. And what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a deck that you could basically say, here's something that show like they have a lot of good things. They can defend themselves. There's a lot of good defensive stuff in here. Burke can do his defensive stuff with the Colt. You've got
and computer.
And computer. So it's kind of like a combination between the speed deck, but then I broke up the last one. I didn't put Bruckman in there. But it's not a huge deck. It's only 60 cards.
I mean, this is one of those games where you're at the mercy of the cards that we did not plan on having. But we still did I think we did a good job of working with what we had, which oftentimes wasn't much.
Nope.
It's too bad we didn't get any ultra rares tonight either. That would have been nice.
The odds were really against it.
They always are. But you have 3 more unopened boosters, potentially. So are you thinking you might hold on to them for the prospect of another sealed game?
There's no need to open them.
All right, so that wraps it up on our end here. Dave, I want to congratulate you on the win. It was a hard-fought game.
It was.
And you earned it. You earned the confetti. So I'll probably throw some extra confetti in there.
Put a little hat on me.
It's well earned. Yes, exactly. Oh yeah, I'll do that too.
Put a little party hat on me. I'm not wearing a hat today.
You got it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please give it a like and hit the subscribe button while you're at it. And of course, throw some comments on there. I always like getting comments. I generally am good about addressing them. With that, we'll say goodnight. Dave, again, thank you for availing yourself for this game. It was so much fun. Look forward to more games down the line. And so I'll say goodnight and be sure to tune in next time for another edition of Alien Investigations.
See you later.